Many thanks for joining us tonight. My first question is, you've seen the decision by the Secretary General National Unity Platform to run for Kampala Central. There's a lot of work. When you see people around the Secretary General, spokesperson is NUP and also Member of Parliament in Nakao West, the President right there, Robert Kyagulanyi, is running the presidents of the party, and all other leaders around him are actually members of Parliament. He's the only person who is not. Do you think that holding other positions of power do affect how the Secretary General work should be done?
Yeah, thank you so much, Connery. I think while we appreciate that the multi-party system has not been long in this country, I think globally we need to take some examples from United Kingdom, Germany, Norway. For me, it speaks volume that the role of a Secretary General in running a party is a full-time job. It is a job that should be actually well facilitated. If you add on being a Secretary General on top of other portfolios, you water down the commitment that is required of a Secretary General to build a party, because everything around the party rotates around the Secretary General.
Honorable, is that true? Because let's query some of the Secretary Generals that have been around. We had the Secretary General of the NRM, who was also the Prime Minister and also leader of government business, John Patrick Amama-Mbabazi. Actually, he juggled both, and many say that he executed on both extremely well.
Well, I think for Mama it could be a case that is exclusive. But in reality, if Amama-Mbabazi was the Secretary General of the party without being a Prime Minister, without doing any other things, I think many of the members of the National Resistance Movement would have felt the outcome of his work more than doubling as a Prime Minister. I know he used to be called a super minister, yes. But you see, to be a Secretary General, you are the linchpin, you are the pivot, you are the fulcrum, if we are to use science of first-class lever. Everything rotates around you. You are at the center of gravity. You are the ones that dovetails all responsibilities of other portfolios in the party. Now, if you also take other interests, that means you are now building on conflict of interest.
Right.
So it is very, very important that a Secretary General should be a Secretary General.
Honorable, so what do we call this? Do we call this greed? Do we call this dissatisfaction? What do we call this? That Secretary Generals are now going for political office.
I think
the Secretary General of the Democratic Party has gone for an Iala seat and is now serving the East African Legislative Assembly.
Yes, but I think in my own technical advice, a Secretary General should be technocratic. It should be actually not, is the civil servant of the party. He should honest and build the party. But now if you are juggling everywhere, that is when you see the deficits in terms of building the party, in terms of organizing the party, membership drive, campaigns, the management, everything else. So I find it a little bit shy to say that the Secretary General should also do other things. Let me tell you, if you have a Secretary General that focuses on building the party in all aspects of the party,
right,
that is when you'll see results. But otherwise, we shall be just having a deep gamble for what is not necessary. It is about being kleptocratic. It is not necessary. We should reduce on that interest.
So just 30 seconds. Do you think the Secretary General should be appointed or elected? Now that you have made your case, the Secretary General should not hold any other elected position.
Yes, I think the Secretary General should be elected by he should be the first official of the party to be elected by the National Delegates Conference, so that he has that power to maintain the center of the party together. And unless otherwise, should just remain at a constant and focus on building the party ideology, the party future, the party philosophy. You have seen around in this country.
Yeah.
If you ask many parties, what are your ideologies? Everybody will be explaining it in paragraphs. You need one statement.
Honorable Leandro Komakech, a political analyst and also now visiting fellow of the London School of Economics and Political Science.